Did you know that your voice is controlled by a set of muscles, and to transition the voice, all you have to do is to learn to work out those muscles in a new way so that they can create a new sound. Sounds simple, right? Then why is it so hard? Let's use an analogy to try to understand. Let's say up until now you've identified as right-handed. Your whole life you've been using your right hand to throw a ball, pick your nose, and to write. You're super coordinated with your right hand, and it's a habit now. So everything that you do with the right. Then, at some point along the way, you realize you don't really identify as a right-handed person. You're more of a lefty. Now, maybe it's enough to just identify as a lefty, and that's super valid. Or maybe you're at a point now where you want your handwriting to reflect your identity. So you start experimenting with using your left hand. But it's hard. Not only are you fighting years and years of right-handed habits, you have no idea how to train your left hand to be as coordinated as the right. At this point, your brain is used to doing things one way, and relearning something that you've been doing since infancy is a huge task. So naturally, you seek out help and resources and guidance. Hi, that's me. If we haven't met yet, my name's Nicole Gress. I am a trans voice coach and a speech pathologist. I help trans, non-binary, and gender questioning folks find a voice that aligns with their identity. Or in this analogy, become a lefty. So let's talk about how that happens. I've hinted at this for months now, but learning to transition the voice is about much more than just repeating a few voice exercises every day. To create a whole new voice that comes out effortlessly when you speak without having to think about it, we have to focus higher up in the voice, to the brain. Your voice doesn't have a mind of its own. It's just doing whatever your brain tells it to, yeah? And your brain is efficient. So over the many, many years, it's created habits. And when you go to speak, it defaults to those habits, which is why when a righty tries to write with their left hand, it's uncoordinated. Just like changing the hand that you write with requires coordination, so does transitioning your voice, which is why, get excited, next week I'm hosting a live pop-up workshop on how to coordinate the brain and the voice with special guest Kimberly Muller. Kim is a neurocentric voice trainer. What? She teaches singers and speakers how to hack their brain to create new habits and change their voice. We're going to combine her knowledge of neurology and brain work with my expertise in trans voice work and teach you a few techniques that you can use when doing voice training to improve your coordination and create new vocal habits, to become a lefty. That will happen on Tuesday, November 23rd at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click the link in the description to RSVP for the event, and we'll see you live next week on my Facebook page at facebook.com/undeadvoice. If you don't have Facebook or you can't attend live, don't worry, I will post the recording of the session on all of my socials after it's done. I'll see you back here next week for the live version of Trans Voice Talk Tuesday. Bye.